Hello everybody, welcome to day 45 of Journey of 3000. 2200 game. I'm excited, I'm ready to go. Let's just play our best. We got white, we're gonna play d4. d5, c4. And we are getting into a queen's gambit declined. I'm playing knight c3 now. Oh, maybe I should play knight f3 here. Nope. Alright, we're back in the most traditional of traditional variations. I'm gonna wait till he goes knight here before taking on d5. Which probably means he's gonna delay it as much as possible. So we're just gonna go ahead and knight f3 instead of d3. Now I'm gonna take it. Should I play bishop d3 or bishop e2? Let's try bishop d3 this time. I'm sure both are fine. Moving the knight. I think we're going to do our typical b4, b5 after knight takes, even though I said we were going to stop doing that. Okay, here. He's going to build up a hanging pawn structure. So how do I want to combat this? Thinking about something along the lines of bishop here. Just to try to take advantage of this pin. We have like queen here, knight here to also step on the pin. I think I'm gonna try that. Bishop here. Guessing bishop g b blah blah blah, bishop b7. Now perhaps knight here, threatening to take, and knight takes. Or do I just go here and then queen here, then rook here, bishop here, it's kind of hard to tell. I think I'm gonna start with knight here, trying to take advantage of his weak light squares here. I'm making the argument that you can't play b6 too late. But do I know if I'm correct or not? No, but that's my argument. I'm thinking of ideas like bishop here, and sticking a knight there. It just seems like a mistake. Bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes, and we win material in the form of a pawn. Let's go for it. Pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. Okay. Winning a pawn here. Allegedly. Nope, we are not winning a pawn here. I didn't see that. That's unfortunate. But I think our position's still okay. Or so I would like to believe. So where do I want to go from here? we're looking at a little bit of an outside passer, but we have a knight versus a bishop in a somewhat open position, which is not my favorite. So I'm thinking maybe lock this pawn on a dark light square as an immediate objective. Problem is, queen takes, pawn takes, rook here. Maybe I'm not too happy about my position. Although admittedly the pawn would be hanging, so do I want to try that? I'm making 3 pawn islands in that case. Let's just start with this. I think it's a little bit awkward for him to handle this pawn. Just a little bit awkward, but we definitely perhaps not navigated that the best. It's allowing the counterplay that he now has. By counterplay, of course, mean just he got his pawn back. Did not see that. But we do have an outside passer, so if things come down to trading a lot of pieces off, I'm going to be pretty happy with the outside passer. An obvious plan I see is a4, b4, a5. He's not interested in trading queens. Let's make him... Maybe queen c4. Threaten the fork. And step out of the way of the c5 punch. a4. Okay, he's definitely moved his rook to a worse square. Now, I am quite interested in winning that bishop. I don't know if that's the best move here. c4. Might be forced to go knight here. But we don't have to take the bishop. We can actually just maybe walk on over here a little bit. Threaten some more aggressive checks. I think I'm going to try that. Okay. I think I'm gonna backtrack on that. Because if I go here, he has rook here. And I'm not very happy. So let's take... That rook lift is very annoying. I'll go ahead and say, let's try to activate our a4 rook. Maybe get an escape square coming up. Let's get an escape square coming up. He's going to create a passer, I'm guessing. Takes once. Rook here, rook here. Perhaps not the greatest. He also is now eyeballing this pawn, although I don't think he can take it quite yet. As I move out of the way, rook takes, queen check, wins the game. But he is looking at it, to be sure. And also my queen is looking at it, so I'm sure of that as well. So this is pretty bad. Pretty bad for us. Okay, b5 is what I'm looking at. I want to play it with this and the intention of queen d4, and we get our outside passer. It's a tough game. It's a tough game. Definitely have to reevaluate how we played that opening, but I think if we get an outside passer, we're pretty equal. Because, okay, yeah, he gets a passer here. He might even play this. No, he can't play that. Okay, I'm liking b4. Because if he plays here, can he really play that? Can he really play that, though? Maybe he can. I don't know. Maybe he can. I'm just going to take it. I mean, okay, you get a very advanced passer. This I admit. But can he promote it? You what? What? Come on, man. Okay, okay. I kind of see his idea now. Queen here, rook takes, check, and the position's dead equal. Whatever. Pretty much have to go with it. That's what he's going for. Apparently not. He can't take this now because of checkmate. So now I'm just up a pawn. So that's fun. I do like being up a pawn. Perhaps we can make it an outside pawn. Just a little threat. No big deal. Just maybe want to get the rooks off. I probably want to get I want to get a pair of rooks off, and then I win the game. That's all. Can I get a pair of rooks just off the board? That's all I want in the whole world. Guess not. But I will begin supporting the passed pawn. Queen here. Oh, we can try queen here. Or even better, just king up. Check. I don't know. Okay. Gonna be angling to get my queen on b6. Guessing he's going rook here, and maybe he's just gonna checkmate me. It's very unfortunate that I'm not seeing that as a possibility. So we gotta start with queen here, queen a7. Not what he's going for. Interesting. I think I can win this rook endgame, but I'm not sure I can win this rook endgame. So let's go here for now. Entering a rook endgame that I just said I didn't want to enter, but oh well. Interesting choice on my part. Alright, let's run the king over. He doesn't want his rook in front of the pawn, I'll tell you that much. We'll play a lot faster coming up, because we kind of have to. King's going to be walking along here. We should consider g5. We should really consider g5. He should really consider getting his king over, but he's not. Notice if his rook's behind the pawn, I think he'd be drawish, but this is completely something else. Hey man, I'll trade rooks. No trade rooks? He's not very interested in trading rooks. King here, g5. I don't really give a shit if he takes his pawns. He's going to have a lot of difficulty generating counterplay here. Let's go rook here. Wow, I don't know why we did that. That's fine. Okay, that's a terrible move. Just run it down. Keep running it. We're getting it all the way to the 7th. Let me go here. If I can get behind the pawn, I'll be very happy. If he goes here, I have this. Might have just fucked it up. Might have just fucked the whole game up right there. Oh, that's very annoying. Might have just fucked the whole game up right there. Good one, Andrew. Good one. Alright, it's all good. Alright, let's not... It's not losing time. Terrible move. Terrible move. Sometimes these things happen. Okay. We gotta move fast. We're probably gonna lose in time. Just the worst way to lose ever, pretty much. So I'm gonna try to pressure checkmate to get him to trade off rooks. Why would I ever do that? Why? It's because I'm low on time. Come on, give me a pawn, man. Alright, we gotta draw. I mean, I just have to take the draw here. We had a win there. And I messed it up. I gotta keep the other pawn as opposed to the pawn that I kept. It's okay. This guy's deciding to, I don't know, what is he doing? I mean, I can win on time here, man. I will. I mean, you're not offering me a draw. I don't know what he's doing. Why? Why has he done this? What is happening? I don't. Like, that's so weird. Like, you can absolutely force a draw here. I don't know why. Like, okay, first off, you can just take the pawn. So is he just throwing? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he joined a month ago. He must be throwing. I don't know what's going on there, but is that a victory we celebrate? I mean, we were winning the whole game, and then we messed up the end game. Listen, we passed our morality check and day, whatever day that was, but we failed it today. We failed the morality check. He never offered me a draw. I would have taken a draw. I don't know. He didn't take the pawn, and then he purposely just like moved once per second until he ran out of time. I don't know. All right, what am I? I'm doing game review. I'm like so flustered by that, but I'll take it. 2200, man. We take those. On the quest to 3000, we gotta be really ruthless. Okay, no more. Okay, game review. It's great. Basically on purpose. He just doesn't take the pawn, which is exactly what he did earlier in the game. Which is just it's strange. It's strange. Wow, none of that was I didn't switch to analysis, so good job. Okay, hello everybody. I did the analysis again without switching. So let's go over the key points. Basically what I've concluded is that my opponent was throwing the game on purpose because of two moves, which I will go over. Here, I did catch on to the fact that he played b6 too late. I think if you play b6, you have to play it way earlier, so you have enough time to play c5, but here you don't, because I'm coming on the light squares too quickly. But admittedly, I did play not very well. I didn't see that he was winning the pawn back after knight takes, but I'm always able to win a pawn here, which is why it's good for me. a6, knight c6, play queen here. We get a damaged structure. And we get a lot of play there. But what we did, just basically threw away our own advantage. In fact, after we take here, our position's worse, which I kind of got a sense of. He's got a stronger center. He's got the bishop. I mean, we can get an outside pass here, but it's going to take some work. Not too happy with that way that ended up. Immediately going from having the first initiative of the game with a good advantage to throwing it all away. But we found some good moves. Queen d4. Again, taking seems to diffuse some of the issues in our position, especially because he has trouble handling this pawn effectively. But he keeps the queens on. And then we managed to get the bishop off, which is a huge win. And now we're working on our own passer, although it's kind of hard because we can't really get this going while his position's like this. But he does end up giving us b4, so by moving away. What I was considering here was if c5, queen here, but this hangs a rook. So maybe I would have seen this, maybe I wouldn't have seen it, but I would play a5 first probably if I was going to see a move. The computer actually wants e4 here, which is weird to me, but this is probably an overextension at some point. And we're getting our own passer. So, I don't know, that's hard to evaluate. But I did like b4. I think I correctly evaluated how to, I think I correctly determined how to pounce on a structure here. But right here, I mean, it's just a dead draw. It takes, queen takes, and then him not taking this, which is the whole reason he played that sequence, is super weird. Just super weird. I think he was purposely playing to not win the game based off of that. And we immediately mess it up too. This is a mistake because of here, and he's hitting both pawns. Just looking for the tactical cheapos is it's not always the way to go. And then okay, this is apparently a really bad move too. Once I was really concerned about in this position, rook d1 and like queen here. Admittedly, that's checkmate, so not quite available, but that's what I was worried about. But when he goes rook d3, I don't know, not too worried. What's queen e2 here? Now it wants the pin. Because now I'm threatening to go here, and once the rooks are off, this is completely winning because the queen cannot stop the queen from supporting the passer. So that should be just dead winning. Anyway, but we end up in this rook endgame, and here's some actual useful information. If the rook's in front of the pawn, is generally winning for the extra pawn side. If the black rook's behind the pawn, is generally a draw, but black has to get something going on the king side. Basically, you're going to end up sacrificing the rook for the pawn and then try to have one pawn left on the king side to promote and distract the rook. And while white's king runs over to the side of the board, which we played well until we didn't, which was right around here. Sorry. Yeah, everything here's fine. We promote, and then all we have to do is bring our king in, and we win the game. But he plays like one move, wins the pawn, and then here, or king here, he doesn't have enough time to take. He has to go back. And we should be totally fine here. We're always gonna promote this pawn, and he does not have nearly enough time to get his counterplay going with rook b8. And then we run behind the king. And then with check, I mean, all those moves are making his position worse because I'm getting closer to the passer, but yes, clearly winning. So that's how we should have played it, but instead we were like, yeah, let's just take a pawn for no reason, and then we lost our winning pawn because now his king's on the same pawn side as our last pawn. There's no way to win this. And if he was playing for a win, which he wasn't, because of I mean, he's purposely, I mean, this is all on purpose. It has to be. I don't believe that he wouldn't, I mean, here, okay, just take the pawn, it's a draw. But he doesn't, and then he plays slow. So, I don't know. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I think that was a slightly informative endgame, even though I ended up messing it up. But we tried. And we got there somehow. I don't know how. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.